Do you ever lie awake at night just staring at the ceiling, wondering when it's finally going to be your turn? You see everyone else seemingly getting the breaks, the promotions, the happy endings, and you're stuck there in the same loop, the same bills, the same worries, the same heavy feeling in your chest, that you're meant for something so much bigger, but you just can't find the door. I know that feeling. It's that uniquely American brand of exhaustion, where you've done everything right. You've worked the hours, you've checked the boxes, and yet you still feel like you're shouting into a void and waiting for an echo that never comes. But what if I told you the door isn't locked? What if I told you that the very words you've been whispering to yourself in those dark hours, the "I can't afford this," or the "Why is it always so hard," are actually the bricks you're using to build the walls of your own prison? We've been taught to hustle, to grind, to fight for every inch. But we weren't taught how to speak to the universe. We weren't taught that our minds are like a radio dial, and right now, you're just tuned to a frequency of not enough. You're tuned to the station of maybe someday, but tonight we're changing the frequency. We're going to stop the struggle and start the flow. Because you aren't just a person trying to survive in a difficult world, you are a creator, and the power to change your entire life. Your bank account, your relationships, your very peace of mind, is sitting right there on the tip of your tongue. You've been waiting for a sign, but you are the sign. You are the miracle you've been praying for, and the moment you decide to stop arguing for your limitations, is the moment those limitations start to vanish into the thin air they came from. It starts with a single shift, a realization that the universe isn't holding out on you. It is waiting for you to be ready to receive what's already yours. It's time to stop asking for permission to be happy, to be wealthy, to be whole. You're going to reprogram that inner dialogue right now, moving from the energy of wanting to the energy of having, because wanting only creates more wanting, but knowing creates reality. Take a deep breath with me. Let go of the day, let go of the how, and just be here in this truth. Repeat this with me, out loud or in the quiet of your heart. Infinite intelligence opens the way for my immediate abundance. I am a magnet for all that is mine by divine right, and I receive it now with gratitude. Let's talk about that voice in your head. The one that starts whispering right around 2 a.m. when the house is quiet and the weight of the world feels like it's sitting right on your chest. We all have it. It's that, what if monster? What if the rent goes up again? What if this job doesn't work out? What if I'm just not enough? In this country, we are raised to be fixers, to be strivers, to grind until we're exhausted, but the one thing we aren't taught is how to handle that mental static. You see, your mind is a lot like a movie screen, and most of us are running a horror film on loop, then wondering why we're too scared to move forward. But here is the secret that changes everything: the law of substitution. You can't just stop being afraid. You can't just tell your brain to be quiet. You have to give it a better story to tell. Think of it like this. If you're driving down a dark highway and a bad song comes on the radio, you don't just sit there in the dark, do you? You reach out and you change the station. You find a melody that makes you feel alive. That's exactly what we're doing tonight. I remember a woman, let's call her Sarah, who was living in a cramped apartment in the city, working a job that drained her soul just to keep the lights on. Every night she would look at her bank account and feel that cold, sharp pang of panic. That, I'm one mistake away from losing it all. Feeling she was obsessed with the fear of lack. But one day, she decided to stop fighting the fear and start replacing it. Every time a thought of "I don't have enough" popped up, she would immediately say, "Wait, something better is coming." She didn't have the proof yet. She didn't have the money yet. But she substituted the image of the empty bank account for the feeling of a wide open door. And within 3 months, not through luck, but through a shift in her very frequency, an old contact reached out with a position she wasn't even looking for, paying nearly double. The universe didn't change. She changed. She stopped arguing for her limitations and started arguing for her possibilities. You have to realize that fear is just a misuse of your imagination. It's taking that incredible, God-given power to create and using it to build a prison. When you feel that tightening in your throat, that American anxiety that says you are falling behind, stop. Just stop for a second. Breathe. Realize that you are a child of the Most High, and the storehouses of the universe are literally overflowing. You aren't meant to live in a state of survival. You are meant to live in a state of dominion, and it starts with this first declaration, the one that's going to anchor your soul as we move deeper into this shift. Say it with me and feel the weight of these words. I cast every burden on the power within, and I go free to be the person I was created to be. Abundance, health, and perfect opportunities are seeking me now. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've tried being positive, but nothing is happening fast enough. We live in a world of 2-day shipping and instant gratification. We want the miracle, and we want it before the coffee gets cold. But there is a divine architecture at work in your life that is so much bigger than your calendar. Think about a skyscraper being built in the middle of New York City. For months, all you see is a giant hole in the ground. It's ugly, it's messy, it's noisy. From the outside, it looks like nothing is being built at all. It looks like a disaster, but that hole, that's the foundation. The deeper that building is going to go into the sky, the deeper the foundation has to go into the earth. Maybe you feel like you're in the hole phase of your life right now. Maybe you feel like you've been digging, and all you have to show for it is a lot of dirt and a lot of questions. But I am telling you, the divine architect doesn't make mistakes. That delay isn't a denial. It's a preparation. If the universe gave you everything you're asking for, right this second, you might not have the strength to hold it. You're being expanded, you're being strengthened, you're being made ready for a yes so big, it will make all the no's of your past feel like a distant dream. Stop checking the clock. Stop looking at the person next to you who seems to be winning, while you're still waiting for your turn. Their timing is not your timing, and their blessing is not your blessing. When you truly understand that what is yours cannot be taken from you, when you realize that no person, no economy, and no bad luck can block what the divine has written for you, you stop rushing. You start walking with the quiet confidence of someone who knows the check is already in the mail. You start looking at your struggles not as walls, but as the very materials being used to build your throne. You aren't stuck. You are in the middle of a masterpiece. Just keep your eyes on the light. Keep your heart in the frequency of gratitude. And watch how the pieces begin to fall into place, exactly when they are meant to. Have you ever caught yourself at the checkout line, looking at the total on that little screen, and feeling a physical knot tighten in your stomach? Or maybe you're scrolling through your banking app, and you see that number, the one that never seems to grow quite as fast as the bills do, and you let out a long, heavy sigh. We've all been there. But here is the hard truth we have to face if we want to change our lives. Those sighs, those "I can't afford that" comments, those jokes about being broke until payday, they are orders you are placing with the universe. Every time you complain about the price of gas or the cost of living in this country, you are essentially telling your subconscious mind to keep you in a state of not enough. You are designing your bank account with your tongue. Think about the words we use every day. We say things like, "That costs an arm and a leg," or "I'm just trying to keep my head above water." We think we're just being realistic, but reality is actually waiting for you to give it a command. I remember a guy I met back in Ohio. Let's call him Mark. Mark was a brilliant carpenter, one of the best I've ever seen. But every time I saw him, he'd talk about how money is tight, and how nobody wants to pay for quality anymore. He was constantly chasing clients who would stiff him on the bill. One day we sat down and I told him, "Mark, you're scaring your own success away. Every time you call yourself a struggling artist, the universe makes sure you stay struggling. He started a simple practice. He stopped joining in on the bad economy talk at the coffee shop. He started saying, "I am always in a state of plenty," even when his wallet was thin. Within a month, he landed a contract for a custom home that paid him more than he'd made in the previous 6 months combined. He didn't get better at carpentry, he got better at his vocabulary. He stopped speaking the language of the hustle and started speaking the language of the harvest. You see, your words are like seeds, and you can't plant thistles and expect to pick roses. You have to start talking about your life the way you want it to be, not the way it looks right now in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon. And that leads us into something even deeper, the actual vibe you're carrying around with you. Have you noticed how some people just seem to walk into a room and opportunities literally fall into their lap? It's not luck, it's frequency. Imagine you're a radio. If you want to hear jazz, you don't tune into the rock station and complain that the music is too loud. You have to match the frequency of what you want to hear. Most of us are praying for a luxury life while vibrating at a clearance rack frequency. We want the big promotion, the soulmate, the dream house in the suburbs. But we're spending our days in a vibration of resentment, jealousy, or someday. You have to shift the energy before the evidence shows up. If you want a life of abundance, you have to start feeling abundant right now, in your current apartment, in your current car, with your current clothes. You have to walk like a person who has $10 million in the bank, even if you've only got $10. Because the universe doesn't respond to what you need, it responds to what you are. This is where the magic happens. When you shift your frequency, the wrong people, the energy vampires, the doubters, the ones who always have something negative to say, they just start to fade away. They can't stay in your orbit because your vibration is too high for them. And in their place, the right people start appearing. The mentors, the partners, the random phone calls that change everything. It's about being so anchored in your worth that the world has no choice but to agree with you. We're at a turning point right now. I want you to take all that old energy, the worry about the mortgage, the fear of the future, the feeling that you're invisible, and I want you to trade it in. Right here, in the strongest part of this journey, we are going to set a new frequency. This is your midpoint anchor. Say this with power, because the version of you that has everything you desire is already listening. I am now in perfect harmony with the vibration of wealth and success. I attract high-level opportunities and divine connections effortlessly, because I am worthy of the best life has to offer. Just feel that for a second, let it settle into your bones. You aren't chasing anything anymore. You are becoming a magnet. When you stop trying so hard and start being the person who already has it, the world begins to rearrange itself around you. It's like the traffic lights all start turning green just as you approach them. It's not a coincidence. It's a frequency match. You are finally in sync with the divine rhythm, and from this place, nothing is impossible. Now, take a second and look at your hands. Are they clenched? Is your jaw tight? Most of us go through our entire lives with our metaphorical fists balled up, trying to fight for what we want, trying to force the door open, trying to out-hustle the universe. We've been fed this American lie that if you aren't stressed, you aren't working hard enough. But let me tell you something I've learned the long way. Tension is not power. Resistance is the very thing that keeps your good from reaching you. It's like trying to catch a bird by chasing it through the woods. All you do is scare it away. But when you sit still, when you become the person who is quiet and ready, that bird will land right on your shoulder. This is the power of non-resistance. It's not about giving up, it's about giving over. It's saying, I've done my part, and now I'm getting out of the way of the miracle. I think about a guy named David from out in Colorado. David had been trying to sell his house for months. He needed the money to move closer to his grandkids. But every deal fell through at the last minute. He was a wreck. He was checking his email every 10 minutes, arguing with his realtor, losing sleep. He was in a state of absolute resistance. Finally, he just hit a wall. He sat on his porch one evening and said, "Universe, I'm done. If this house sells, it sells. If it doesn't, I'll find another way to be happy. I'm giving this burden to you." He actually went and played a round of golf the next morning, the first time he'd relaxed in a year, while he was on the 9th green. His phone buzzed. A cash offer. No contingencies. Over asking price. The moment he stopped trying, the universe started doing. You see, when you stop fighting the what is, you finally have the energy to receive the what can be. If you're struggling with a relationship, or a health issue, or a career block, stop pushing against the wall. The wall is only there because you're leaning on it. Step back. Breathe. Trust that the same power that keeps the stars in the sky and the tides moving in the ocean is more than capable of handling your mortgage or your promotion. You aren't the manager of the universe. You're the witness. And that leads us to the final shift. The most important one of all. It's time to claim your seat. White. You've spent long enough sitting at the kids' table of life, hoping for a few scraps of luck to fall your way. You've been acting like a guest in your own existence, always asking for permission to be successful. But tonight, that ends. You are moving into the sovereign shift. Think about that word, sovereign. It means you have the final say. It means you are the authority in your world. In this country, we talk a lot about the American dream, but I'm talking about a divine inheritance. You don't have to earn the air you breathe. And you don't have to earn the abundance that belongs to you by right of your very existence. You just have to be bold enough to walk into the room and take your seat. Imagine walking into a high-end restaurant where a table has been reserved in your name for years. It's covered in everything you've ever desired. Are you going to stand at the door and wonder if you're dressed well enough? Or are you going to walk in and sit down because that table belongs to you? Your life is that table belongs to you. Every dream you've ever had, every crazy idea that made your heart beat faster, those weren't just random thoughts. Those were blueprints. Those were glimpses of the reserved sign with your name on it. So, stop looking at your past as a reason why you can't have a bright future. Your past was just the training ground. The rejections were just redirections. The failures were just the universe clearing away the clutter to make room for the masterpiece. I want you to look back at that person we talked about at the beginning, the one staring at the ceiling, full of doubt. That person doesn't exist anymore. You have been reprogrammed. You are standing in the light of a new day, even before the sun comes up. You know the truth now, that your words create, your frequency attracts, and your faith finalizes. Go out into your world tomorrow, and don't look for signs. Be the sign. Walk with your head a little higher. Speak with a little more iron in your voice. Treat yourself with the respect that a creator deserves. As we close this time together, I want you to carry this final declaration with you. Let it be the last thing you think about before you drift into a deep, peaceful sleep, and the first thing you say when your feet hit the floor in the morning. This is your seal. This is your truth. I now stand in the full authority of my divine nature. Every door of opportunity swings wide open for me, and I claim my infinite prosperity and perfect self-expression right here, right now. And so it is. Take one more deep breath. Feel the clarity. Feel the momentum. The struggle is over. Your life, the real version, the big version, is just beginning. Go get it. You were born for this.